Hello, my little mobsters. This is Mobius Rex for the Mobius Archives, and we are playing our Refugee to Regent challenge using FTB Infinity modpack plus and minus a whole heck of a lot of mods. I have to remove a couple mods there. I think we are working pretty functionally. This is working fine too. I found the air sigil a real boon for us as we are flying around making all of our walls, and we're doing pretty fine there too. Let's have to be careful about this. Use the air sigil, and then switch off, to the glider. I'm actually coming down here. I need to rework how this looks. Not sold on it just yet. I'm reworking a lot of stuff. Okay, but I'm not satisfied with our current blood altar. I want to use actually runes of sacrifice. So if we take a look at the rune of sacrifice, so this allows us to get a little bit better from sacrificing mobs. So we need a little bit of gold, some reinforced slate, and then we actually have to make the regular blood altar runes, just blood runes. And we'll need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, that's right. So we want 4 runes of sacrifice. And 4 blood runes. If I could get up. Thank you. And there you go. 4 runes of sacrifice. That should do us for now. Need to drop off some stuff. I'll just leave it here. Runes, and I'll leave my sacrificial knife since I shouldn't need to bring that with me. I'll take everything else, more or less, and head off to the prison, or what will be the prison. Let's let this world load in. So this area has done up nicely. I've basically brought this wall all the way around. So we've expanded the reach of what our city could reach. It's very basic right now. Very plain. I'll need to upgrade it a little bit, just so it's a little bit not so plain when it comes down to it. And we'll be able to improve on that in a little bit. But for now, our city is, well, what our city is, and pretty stable and sane. Just coming up here. How? Okay, there's a spider in there, which shouldn't be able to be there. Not like that. How do I want this to work? If I'm coming in from the city, let's say I'm coming in here, I'll want to have our altar close to where the mobs spawn. So out like this, maybe. And over and up. Yes? Is that right? That's not right. I want it down here. Yes? Maybe. 1, 2. Okay. Just gonna get these filled out a bit more. Actually, Alright, let's say the altar's on top. Alright, let's start with that premise. Then we can work from there. The altar's on top. We can put this blood altar up here. And hopefully it'll reach, or allow me to use the ability to kill mobs with this dagger sacrifice from up there. Like so. And we'll give a little bit of light here. It's not really necessary, but it helps for recording. Now I'm just going to open up some of this space, just so that we could get a few mobs spawning. I have to sort out how to do this well, because this is not going to work too well right now. Now the blocks are like this, just so that we don't get spiders spawning. I just don't care for spiders right now. Alright, that seems okay, but nothing's spawning. Why isn't anything spawning? There we go. Don't shoot me. I'm trying to get my dagger of sacrifice ready so I can stab you in the face. That doesn't appear to work. Huh. Okay. Stabbing that witch. Screw you. Okay. Did not work. My plan kind of failed. Alright. So maybe instead of having this up there, we need to bring the mobs to us. What I want is some type of elevator. Oh. Oh, I know what I could use. Do I have any on me? There is conveyor belts from Immersive Engineering. Alright. Gonna have to find a way to make this happen safely. So if I add some light here, feels really bright. But nothing should spawn here just yet. Okay, so what am I going to want to do? I am going to want mobs to come out there. Actually, I want mobs to come to me. So I want mobs going from this direction over here. Let's say. I think anything around this torch should be okay, and it shouldn't burn until daylight, which is coming soon. So we're going to have to give this a little bit of a cover. Hell. I was wrong. It's too bright. That's too bright for it. Did not expect that. Now mobs are going to spawn unless I do this really quickly. So that should be okay. Yes? Maybe? We'll find out if stuff ignites. Alright. So I want to go basically... have mobs come up to us. Yeah. Have mobs come up to us. And they will need protection from light. They will need protection from light, even if they are loud and noisy. I will need protection from them, just so that they don't blow up the place. So let's try this. Okay. This should allow mobs that are too high to come up from down here when we trench that out. So just by removing these blocks here, we should get some mobs spawning. And they're going to come up there. I just need to protect the area from this, from like a creeper or something exploding. Handy dandy crafting station. I'm going to use this to hopefully protect us from any arrows or anything that they're using. I'll make a slab, stone brick slabs elsewhere. Just block out light. Okay, gonna break this open. Break this open. Break this open. And then cover the rest of this up so it doesn't end up burning. Remove the torch. And see what spawns there. Underneath here, I'm going to have to solve our problem by filling these spots back in. Gonna have to be careful because we do have light issues now. And if I'm right, something should spawn down there eventually. It doesn't look... Did I screw up the lighting? I might have screwed up the lighting. Nothing is spawning. Feels too bright in here. Why is it too bright in here? Is it just because of these? Yeah. Maybe. It seems like there's light here somehow. Why is this not pitch black? There we go. Okay, that was just leftover effect. Alright. So these let in too much light. Alright. There we go. Just inverting their position seems to suck all the light out of that room. Let's see what happens. Alright, that's looking a little better. That's a skeleton. Who can shoot me. But can I hurt him with a dagger of sacrifice? That's a question. Yes. Oh, and we got some blood in our blood altar. Nice. So that's a definite start. As night falls, what we can start to do is dig these out. That'll allow more mobs to spawn. Heading that way. And then cap them off like so. Just so there's no real light there getting in. Allowing the mobs inside the system to spawn as they would normally. This zombie isn't being killed properly. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So far, so good. I'm thinking we could probably even improve on this so that the zombie or whatever is standing up in the middle. But it can't really see me, I'm just looking at its legs. Alright, so I'm doing... Oh, I need more conveyor belts. I've created this side here. Oh, help! Don't blow up! Created that side here, which is hellishly dangerous. A little bit more dangerous than I had anticipated. There we go. That should... Yeah, things die easier here. Still having the problem of grabbing mob drops. It's not really... We don't really have it coming out. What I could do is replace this one here with a conveyor. And that just spits into a chest. Just gonna need a little bit more conveyors. Alright, this is good. I just have to get the left-hand side working. Right-hand side works. This one just needs an upgrade. Alright, going to get more conveyors, be right back. Alright, well, I built this thing out a little bit. What I've done, if I could actually get in there to show you. Give us our dagger of sacrifice. I intend to leave one here at all times, but... There we go. You can see down here, there's a couple extra conveyor belts. That's just to pick up mob drops that end up in these two chests here. And anything I drop too. That allow... And the height here is allowed to is enough to allow 2 high mobs to move in. And give us stuff we can use for our blood altar. Like that guy. What a nice concussion creeper. And so we have a fair amount of drops. It actually works quite well, I think. Or at least well enough for our current uses. This thing will need a door. Oh, hell! That must have come from another zombie. I hate these things. They give me hunger. It's no good. Okay. Okay. Baby zombies are also a problem. So, not sure how that thing got out. Wouldn't imagine there was enough space for it anywhere. There's nothing too high. Could have been something right next to me. I don't see where it would have been. Huh. This definitely gives us enough. to use for altars. And to pick up a few nice items from these drops. Getting a fair amount of glowstone dust here. Do want to be careful that nothing blows up in our face. So we must be conscientious. About what mobs we let into our system. And when. I probably want to have an automatic shutoff when I am doing some stuff that I want to protect myself from these guys. I could also line the area with obsidian so that creepers can't blow these things up, which might be a good idea. Alright, so baby zombies can go under there. That's inconvenient, but I think I'm okay with that. Alright, and this system allows us to do more if we so choose. It at least brings the mobs upstairs. And that... Whoops, I didn't want to do that. And that is a start. Alright, between episodes I've added this little XP tank that I have actually running out of room with. We're going to have to get more of those. Might even line this room with it. Everything over the vault for the liquid storage area. This will probably go into the liquid storage area eventually. Because I have got a lot of levels since I was last recording a bit. But I have an idea. Get some of this. Get some of this. And I need one of these. Just because some vagaries of what recipes I have. When I do this, I get a white curtain. Not what I want. So I need to actually use dyed wool here. I've made these before to make red wool. And we get blackout curtains. Grab a bunch of those. A stack should do. Let's just leave it at that for now. But I also want... Oh, I need to cook this up while we're at it. I think. I hope. Let's find out. So, glass and sand make some sandy glass. And if we cook that up, I'm just going to interrupt this. Cook that up. We get some thickened glass. Now with the thickened glass and the blackout curtains, we get... There we go. Just had it in the wrong order. We get dark glass. So I'm going to go ahead and make up more dark glass. Be right back. Oh, I love using this thing. Start to get used to it in order to not die. Falling from heights is still bad. But... And when you don't see anything in front of yourself, it's still bad. And the jetpack definitely helps out. So I've upgraded this place, if you haven't seen. Added a couple fans. I've just been looking through open block stuff, because open blocks is fun. Added a couple fans. And it's just iron bars, iron ingots, and some stone slabs that I had left over. And just give it a redstone signal on. I'm just blowing these creatures all the way over here. I've improved this already with a little bit of dark glass. So now we can see where we have some defects. So I have a defect here, where I don't have stone bricks all the way down. And I could possibly scavenge that stone brick right there. Just have a couple more of these to do. We have 40 dark glass left. Oh, and I should have actually had that right next to the pick, just for expediency. Yeah, one of the fans here is blowing me back. That's why I'm being blown back there. Probably could have done with just one in retrospect. There we go. And it looks like everything that is in our main spawning area is working fine. And, well, we've got a lot of these guys in here now. nicely powering our blood magic area. You don't need too much, just need to top this up every so often. And it seems to work well. I might find some way to drain out this, but I think we could do better if we just have a single area here. Oh, I also used a jail door because this is going to be like the center of our prison. Or part of our prison. One of our prison wings. This is like... I don't know. Some bad part of the prison. Really bad part of the prison. We can bump these up by 1 if we really wanted to, just to have more stuff spawning. But right now, it works just fine for me. But I think that's it. We could actually, instead of having everything going to that point and going up that way, we could have a wider spot, like 3 wide, going this way. That would give us a little bit of room to work with. Apparently I have been scavenging stone up here, so why don't we just grab that? And dun dun. There we go. That way no spiders can spawn and not get into the system. We'll probably want to upgrade this so it's so 3 high mobs, so Endermen can spawn. But that'll take a little bit of teardown and rebuild. And I'll probably end up putting it over there. So look for that next time, or the time after, or maybe even shortly. But until next time, this has been Mobius Rex for the Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, leave us some comments and suggestions. Back with you next time.